Hey everyone, in today's episode, I'm going to show you how to set up and run a Stable Diffusion on your local PC. The first thing we're going to do is go to huggingface.com and then create a free account by clicking on the sign up button. Once you have created your Hugging Face account, open a new tab and this time go to github.com. Click on the sign up button to create a free GitHub account. The next thing you need to do is download a software for Windows called Git for Windows. So let's go to gitforwindows.org and click the download button. Then run the installer. Leave all settings as default and click the install button. Once installation is complete, check the Launch Git Bash option to run it and click the Finish button. One more thing we need to do is to create a new folder in your hard drive. You can create this folder anywhere and use any name, but for this example, I'm going to call it AI. Then right-click on the folder and select Copy to copy the full path of the folder. Okay, now the fun part. Let's go back to the Git Bash instance we opened earlier. Type cd, which stands for Change Directory. Then right-click and select Paste to paste the link of the AI folder we created earlier. Then click Enter. You can see that we are now on the AI path. Without closing the Git Bash instance, go back to GitHub and search for Automatic1111. You can see this called Automatic1111 Stable Diffusion WebUI. Go ahead and jump to it. On this page, click on the Code button and then on the Copy button to copy the URL. Let's go back to Git Bash. We're going to type this command, git clone. Then right-click and paste the URL we just copied. Then click Enter. What we are doing is installing Automatic1111, which is the user interface we're going to use to interact with the Stable Diffusion. Once installation is done, we're going to download the actual Stable Diffusion files. So let's go to Hugging Face and search for a stable. You can find multiple models to choose from, 1.5, 2.1, etc. But for this tutorial, we're going to use 1.4 original. So let's click on that. Scroll down and under the download weight, download the sdv14.ckpt. You can also download and test other models like the 1.5 or the 2.1. But just take into consideration that each model is around 4 to 6 gigabytes. While this is downloading, we need to install Python. So go to python.org, click the download button. Here is something really important. We're going to download the version 3.10.6. If you install a new version, you could have problems installing the models later. Scroll down and in the File section, click on the Windows installer to start the download. In the installation setup, check the Add Python 3.10 to path. This is really important to add the Python environment variables automatically. Then click the Install button to start the installation. Now that we have installed Python, let's go to our AI folder. Then go to the Stable Diffusion WebUI folder, open the models, and then open the Stable Diffusion folder. We can find a text file with the name Put Stable Diffusion Checkpoints here. This is the folder where we are going to add the models we want to use with the Stable Diffusion, like the 1.4 file we downloaded. So cut it from the download folder and paste it in this folder. If you downloaded the 1.5 or 2.1 files to test it, you need to add them to this folder too. The next thing we're going to do is go back to the Stable Diffusion WebUI folder. Here, we're going to find a file named WebUI user.bat. Double-click it to run it. This is going to start a lot of Python scripts and it's going to take a while to finish. Once the process is done, a new tab with the WebUI is going to open in your browser. But if you want to run it manually, you can also find this running on local URL where we can see this web address. Double-click it to select it, then press Ctrl+C to copy it and paste it in your browser. After this, you're ready to use a Stable Diffusion 1.4. You can now generate your own images. For example, let's type a photorealistic modern kitchen. Then click the Generate button. We can now see this modern kitchen. We can also add negative prompts, which are the things we don't want to happen in our image. For example, ugly or cartoonish. If looking at one image at a time is boring, we can increase the batch size, for example to 4. This will generate 4 images each time. We can also change the sampling method, which is the algorithm used to create the image. Each one of these options will produce different results, so the best way to learn how they work is to test them. I have used with good results the DDIM, Euler, and the DPM2M Caras. The sampling steps are the times the image is improved iteratively. A low number of steps will produce really bad results, and a high number will take a long time to complete. You can start with the default value and adjust it if needed. And CFG scale controls how close the image should follow the prompt. Here, low values will get you more creative images, and higher values will give you results that follow the prompt closer. And this is how you install Stable Diffusion locally, and some of the options to have you started on it. On the next video, I will show you how to install ControlNet and also how to use Stable Diffusion to better 3D people in your scenes. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. And thank you for watching.